It is good to be back into the swing of things, guys. We are back at it today in the Expanse, ready for some work. We're going to run on over here to our enchanting station where we've got our ender chest. I've got a concrete box right here with a little bit of supplies left over from the previous season. We're just going to dig through here and see what we can find, because today we are going to start building our first starter home. Not a ton. We got a little bit of white concrete that we're going to use. I'm going to grab this gray concrete and light gray concrete and the green here, because I think those color palettes would work well together. Not exactly sure what this thing is going to end up looking like just yet, but I've got something. I've got a picture in my head, and I've got to figure out where I had planned to put this. Oh, yeah, over here by the nether portal. And, oh, we're in the water. Can we get out of the water? Can we just get over to the place that we're going to build today? So, right over here, I believe. This is the place that I scouted out. What we're going to do is we're going to take care of this guy first because he is bothering us. Go away. Leave me alone. I'm trying to start a video here. We got a project to work on today. All right, so we're going to hop up here, and we're just going to dig out all of this dirt and kind of flatten the area so that it's all on this level area right here. And then we'll work on some terraforming and some design work on the exterior in a future episode. That's not going to happen today. I'm not even sure how much of the build we're going to get done today, quite honestly, because the concrete supplies that we have right now are not enough. So we're probably going to have to craft up some more, which means going and mining gravel and sand, because I don't have a ton of the stuff, and any dyes that we might need. I think I've got plenty of bones to get us some more white concrete, but we'll just have to see what we end up with. So let me dig all of this away, and then we'll start building together. I've got all the land cleared out, and I've placed down a few blocks as markers for what our build potentially could be shaped like, and there you go. It's just a gigantic rectangle. And we may tweak this as we go, depending on how it ends up looking and, you know, what we need for the build itself. But this is a starting point. If you don't know what we are building today, I mentioned it in the last episode. The whole theme of this specific base area is Avatar. And I'm not talking about The Last Airbender. I'm talking about the James Cameron film Avatar, and it takes place on this planet called Pandora. Lots of really cool scenery. There's one specific location in the film where they have a portable laboratory / linking station where the main character can link up with his avatar, and they place it down in the middle of the woods. That's kind of the idea that we're going for here. It's not going to be the most pretty of builds. It's going to be pretty rectangular and not a whole lot of detail to it, but we will see what we can do with the minor details to kind of spice up the build a little bit. And let's make sure that this is a decent length. It's okay. I might extend it a little bit, but let's go ahead and go with it for now. See what it looks like when we've got some pillars for marking out wall height and that kind of stuff. So we'll go up 3 high, and we'll do that periodically. Oh, are we? Oh, no. We're not out of concrete. I was like, are we totally out of concrete already? We haven't gone through that much. But yeah, as you can see, we are burning through the concrete supplies very quickly. We only have a little under 2.5 stacks of the stuff, so we're going to have to do a ton of resource gathering because there are going to be some pretty intense concrete walls on this structure. It's not going to be just a wireframe like we're doing now. But let's get this one done and then take a look. Not bad, not bad. So this is one of those times where I've put this together without any planning. We're working on it right now. I have no build done in my creative testing world. This is all just kind of on the fly. And I'm doing this right here for some depth, just to kind of see what that would look like if we did that there. And not bad, not bad. If you look at the picture of the mobile laboratory, there's like these connectors, and yeah, I can't even describe it. If I can remember, maybe I'll throw a picture up on the screen. But Yeah, this is going to take a lot of trial and error because I don't have a specific build done. I just have an image in my head. I'm not actually even looking at the image as I'm recording this. I'm just kind of going based off of memory of what it looks like. I took a quick look at it before we got started, but yeah, let me go ahead and get this concrete powder converted, and then we will We'll keep building together in just a moment. So I might have got a little carried away. Check it out. That's looking pretty cool so far. I've extended the sides just a little bit, especially over here on the left, but we got a little staircase to go up into the actual trailer. The back side is not done. We just have the front wall, but let's go ahead and do a little bit of the detail work just to kind of see how this might come together here. There we go, not too bad, and I've got some iron bars in my inventory as well. Yes, and we're gonna throw those down right here. And again, if you look at the original image, and hopefully I remembered to throw that up on the screen, there are like some connector points for the mobile station, and you know, just kind of makes it feel like there are individual modules that are connected together to make this portable laboratory. So that kind of accomplishes that look. I really like that. That is not too shabby. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and throw in a window here. We're going to have one large window on the front, and then we're also going to have a large window, actually even larger window on the back side once we get that all taken care of. Yes. Yes, that is not too bad at all. So I'm not thinking we're going to get too crazy far with this build today. I'm going to get as much of it as I possibly can done, but it has already taken me quite a while to get to this point because, one, of the trial and error of not having a pre-built design. I'm just kind of going with the flow. And even here, I'm second-guessing the quartz thing because it's going to take a ton of quartz for the floor, but we're just going to throw it down real quick just to see what it might look like. And the other thing is the resource gathering. So we definitely don't have enough quartz to get the entire floor built, so if we decide to go this direction, we're going to need a lot more of the stuff, which means more resource gathering off camera and more concrete gathering, because as you can see, there's a lot more work to be done on the exterior structure. So I'm going to get to it. I'll be right back when we've got some more supplies. I went ahead and completed the backside of the trailer as well, and now we have some of this polished andesite. I just want to give this a go. I'm not exactly sure if this is what we're going to land on, but I do want your feedback. I started with quartz slabs, and I took those out because it's going to take a crazy amount of quartz to get that done, and I don't have necessarily the time to do that today. If you guys really liked the quartz slabs more than the polished andesite, let's take a look at it first, and you guys decide. I will wait for your feedback to do any more with the floor in here. Once we get this in place, this is kind of the way that I'm leaning. I kind of like the gray tones of the floor. Contrasts really well with the walls. Not exactly sure, you know, what the entire room would look like with quartz slabs because I didn't have enough to do that. But you guys let me know. Or if you've got another suggestion, a different block, maybe it's a different color of concrete that we could throw down. I want some feedback on this because I'm not totally sold or totally opposed with what we're doing right now. I'm happy with it. I would be more than happy to keep the polished andesite floor, especially because we're going to do a little bit of texture variation with our regular andesite. So let's just go ahead and throw a couple down here, just like that. It just kind of makes it look a little bit worn, like this place has been used. It's not fresh and brand new. Maybe at some point we can do something like that with the exterior, throw some vines on the edge or something crazy like that. Maybe it'll be like super crazy worn down and there's a hole in the wall or something. Maybe we can do some destruction later down the road, but we'll keep that for another time. Yeah, so if you guys have never done anything like this before, basically when you're doing some texture variation with floor patterns, you just kind of do it at random. You pick spots, not in any particular order. You just try not to have them too lined up. And that's looking pretty good, I think. Do a couple more here, and let's go ahead and throw in our andesite. And again, this might look even different once even more different once the new textures are in the game. This is version 2. They have version 3 out now for Java Edition. Not sure how that's going to affect the look too much. I've seen a couple review videos on it, and the andesite especially has less of a greenish, bluish tone to it. It's much more gray in the new version, which I'm okay with, especially for this kind of a build. So, what do you guys think of this? Are you liking the andesite floor? Would you prefer quartz? Would you prefer a different block? Let me know in the comment section. I would welcome and value your feedback on this, because I definitely want to make this the best build possible. Well, we're pretty much done, except for a couple of things. Right over here at the doorway, we need a door. So we're gonna slap down our iron door just like that, and we'll put a pressure plate down so we can get out easily, and one right here so we can get in easily. So let's give it a little test run here. Perfect. We are in our mobile laboratory, which eventually will house our bed. We're not gonna get that done today. You can see it's pretty barren here. There's not really anything to look at just yet. This is just the bare bones structure. I've got some ideas rolling in my head of what we could put in here, but it's gonna have to wait for today because I am running very, very, very short on time because of the resource gathering thing. It took a long time to do. I'm not sure that I like that quartz block there. I like the stair look on the outside, but let's go ahead and see if we can do a quick cover-up of something. Let's just use our white concrete for the moment. Maybe we'll change this later once we get some stuff in place, but let's throw a bar across. Oh my goodness, I cannot place blocks today. There we go. Right there, and that's okay. Let's throw one more up here to connect that up. Not too bad. We'll leave that just like that for the moment. And maybe we'll come back to that again in the future when we start working on the interior of this, probably in the next episode. We're going to go ahead and shift gears here for a moment because I want to finish this video and honor you guys with the timing of it, because I know I've been a little bit lax with my schedule recently. Before I started this series, I said I was going to start playing around with the schedule just because I thought that might help me to produce more videos more quickly. I would just record it and put it up when it was done, and life just kind of got away from me for a little bit. For about a month, I've just been kind of racing against the clock as far as these videos are concerned. So I want to honor your time. We did not complete the build today, and that's okay. Sometimes things are going to get left undone. But as long as we're all having fun together, that is what is important. So what we are doing right now, I need some ink sacs because I don't have any, and we got to get rid of this guy real quick. Get out of my face. Come on. I'm trying to talk to my viewers here, tell them what we're doing next, and you're interrupting. That's very rude, Mr. Drowned. So what we are doing now, I got to get above water. I am out of air. What we're doing now, we are getting ink sacs because I want to get a book and quill right now today in this episode, because I want to answer a comment question of the day every video starting now. We did it all of last season, the Reverb Outpost. We had a comment question of the day, I think starting in episode 2. Maybe it was episode 3, but it was really early. And we're already in episode 7 here, and we haven't done that yet. So we are gonna do that today. I've got a question all picked out, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff. Ooh, that seaweed stuff, kelp. I've been looking for that for a while. Now that we have that, we can make a kelp farm at some point. That would be handy. But yeah, so just gonna keep destroying the terrain out here with the creepers. I'll be back with you in just a minute when we're ready to answer this question. Alright, I've got my book and quill, and we are going to run down here to our boat dock, and we're just going to go fishing while we answer this question. Can you do a review for the controller from LL Legend? Alright, so let's address this really quickly. I've had a few people comment over the last couple of videos, hey, why are you playing on Xbox? I'm not. I am still playing on my phone, even though the on-screen controls are gone, and it looks like I'm playing on an Xbox. I am indeed playing on my phone. I have purchased a controller. It is called Game Vice. It's a very, very solid controller. I've been very happy with it up to this point, and I would love to do a controller review, but here is the wall that I've run into here. November is the month that I am due for an upgrade on my phone, and I'm probably going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that later in November, probably for Black Friday to get some deals and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna get a new phone, and the one that I'm looking at, it's still an iPhone. Sadly, I have been told by the people who run Game Vice's Twitter account that the iPhone XR, which is the one that I'm looking at, is not compatible with my controller because the width of the phone is slightly too big. It's like something like 0.03 inches. And they said that they have tested it and tried it out, and it's not compatible because it does not fit. So I might be returning back to a touchscreen layout within the month. So I am going to go ahead and keep the controller, and I'm going to try to see if I can either get it to work with the new phone, because it's not that big of a difference, but with something that, like, compact, maybe 0.03 inches is way more of a difference than I know at this point without even seeing it and trying it. And maybe there's going to be a way that I could potentially try to modify it, maybe sand down some of the interior of the controller so that it gets rid of the thick grippers that hold on to the phone. Maybe that is a terrible idea, and maybe I won't do that. I'm going to see what I can do when my phone upgrade comes in a few weeks. So for now, we're going to use the controller that we've got, and I don't know what I'm going to do beyond that. We might be returning to a mobile only, and not even mobile only because I am using mobile only, but a touchscreen, that's what I meant. We might be returning to a touchscreen situation for the time being once the phone upgrade happens, especially if I can't get the controller that I have to work. So I'm going to hold off on the review for now, and if I can get it working with the new phone, I will definitely show that off to you guys. So, guys, I think that's going to do it for today. I apologize for this being a bit of a shorter video. The resource gathering really, it takes a lot longer when you don't have enchanted tools. So we're going to work on that sometime soon, get our levels back up, get some enchanted tools going, and we can get cooking on some of these projects. But for now, my name is BluJay, and I've got to fly on out of here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.